Silence is power. 10 traits of those who speak less. In a world saturated with noise, the constant hum of conversations, the relentless updates of social media, and the ceaseless buzz of modern life, the quietest individuals often possess a unique and captivating power. It's not merely the absence of words that sets them apart, but the palpable presence of something deeper: clarity, wisdom, and unwavering purpose. These individuals, seemingly unfazed by the surrounding chaos, stand as calm harbors amidst a storm, inviting us to question the very nature of communication and its impact on our lives. This essay delves into the fascinating realm of those who speak less, exploring the 10 key traits that contribute to their profound influence and offering insights into how we can cultivate these qualities within ourselves. By understanding the Stoic principles that underpin their approach to life and communication, we can learn to navigate the complexities of the modern world with greater intention, wisdom, and impact. Weaving together the wisdom of ancient philosophers and practical strategies for personal growth, this exploration aims to unlock the silent strength that resides within us all, empowering us to live more deliberately, authentically, and meaningfully. The journey towards wisdom begins with recognizing the power of silence, understanding when to speak, and, more importantly, when not to, ultimately transforming our interactions and our lives. The power of thoughtful speech. One of the most defining characteristics of those who speak less is their unwavering ability to think before they speak. In a world often characterized by impulsive reactions and the need to fill every silence, these individuals stand apart by consciously choosing to reflect deeply before uttering a single word. This deliberate pause is not born out of shyness or fear, but rather from a profound understanding of the power that words possess, the power to heal, to inspire, or to inflict harm. Recognizing this immense responsibility, they approach communication with intentionality and respect. Inspired by the Stoic philosophy that emphasizes the importance of a controlled mind, these individuals strive to ensure that their words are the product of reason rather than fleeting emotions. Drawing from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who believed in the power of the mind over external events, they cultivate a sense of inner strength that allows them to remain composed and thoughtful, even in the face of provocation. Before engaging in conversation, they ask themselves critical questions. Is this worth saying? Will it add value? Will it help or harm? These questions serve as an internal filter, carefully sifting out unnecessary or reckless remarks, ensuring that their contributions are both purposeful and impactful. This mindful approach to communication not only enhances their effectiveness, but also amplifies their presence. When they finally choose to speak, people listen with heightened attention, knowing that their words carry weight and intention. This cultivates trust, as their words are always genuine and meaningful. Furthermore, thinking before speaking minimizes the risk of misunderstandings and regrets, avoiding the need for backtracking and apologies. This valuable trait can significantly improve both personal and professional relationships. Leaders who command respect, mentors who inspire, and friends who offer resonant advice often share this habit of thoughtful communication. Their ability to think critically and carefully craft their message is a testament to the silent strength that resides within them. The silent individuals remind us that thoughtful speech is not merely a skill, but an art form, encouraging us to pause, reflect, and appreciate the profound power of our own words. The ability to control speech is a superpower. They show that our words should be for value and not to be heard. They believe words have the power to heal, harm, and inspire. The art of keen observation. Beyond the power of thoughtful speech, those who speak less are also masters of observation, possessing an exceptional ability to notice the subtle nuances of the world around them. While others are preoccupied with filling the air with their own voices, these individuals direct their attention outward, keenly observing the intricacies of human behavior and the subtle dynamics of their environment. They notice the flicker of an emotion in someone's eyes, the subtle shift in tone during a conversation, and the unspoken tensions that may linger in a room. This heightened awareness provides them with a distinct advantage, allowing them to perceive details that others often miss. Drawing inspiration from the Stoic emphasis on observing life with clarity, they understand that observation is a gateway to wisdom, and that wisdom, in turn, guides effective action. As Epictetus wisely advised, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This is not merely a clever aphorism, but a profound guide to understanding the world and our place within it. For the silent individuals, this wisdom becomes their greatest ally, shaping their interactions and informing their decisions. Their observational skills make them empathetic and approachable, as they are less likely to jump to conclusions or make snap judgments. Instead, they take the time to observe, process, and respond thoughtfully, creating an aura of trust and understanding. People feel seen and heard in their presence, even without a constant exchange of words. Their ability to notice details also allows them to read between the lines, discerning the unspoken messages that lie beneath the surface of conversations. While others may only hear what is explicitly stated, they are attuned to the underlying emotions, intentions, and concerns that are often left unsaid. This depth of understanding enables them to offer insights that are both profound and impactful, addressing not just the symptoms of an issue, but its root cause. Observation extends beyond human interactions, encompassing a broader awareness of the world at large. Silent individuals are adept at noticing patterns, trends, and opportunities that others often overlook. They can walk into a room and immediately assess the energy or observe the natural world and draw profound lessons from its rhythms. This mindset aligns with the Stoic teachings that encourage us to find meaning in the ordinary, to appreciate the beauty and wisdom that can be found in every aspect of life. Silent individuals are masters of observation, giving them an advantage in society, allowing them to understand the emotions and intentions of those around them. The depth of connection. Silent individuals demonstrate a profound understanding of the importance of depth over breadth, prioritizing meaningful interactions and experiences over superficial engagements. While many people engage in small talk and surface-level conversations to fill the void or maintain appearances, these individuals prefer to cultivate deep, thought-provoking exchanges that challenge the mind and enrich the soul. This preference reflects a profound understanding of the fleeting nature of time and energy, and a conscious decision to invest in relationships and activities that truly matter. To them, a single deep, engaging conversation with one person is far more fulfilling than engaging in fleeting, shallow interactions with 10 others. This perspective mirrors the core tenets of Stoic philosophy, which emphasize the importance of focusing on what truly matters and avoiding distractions that divert us from our path. As Seneca wisely advised, associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Silent individuals embody this principle, seeking out relationships and dialogues that nurture personal growth and contribute to their overall well-being. Their preference for depth often makes them excellent listeners, as they are genuinely interested in understanding the perspectives and experiences of others. They don't interrupt or dominate conversations, but rather probe with thoughtful questions that reveal deeper layers of meaning and encourage genuine self-expression. This ability to dig deeper fosters connections that go beyond the superficial, creating bonds built on trust, understanding, and mutual respect. This focus on depth also extends to their intellectual pursuits, as they prefer to master one subject rather than skimming the surface of many. Their commitment to understanding reflects the Stoic emphasis on excellence and the belief that true knowledge comes from dedicated study and focused attention. By concentrating their energy on a specific area of interest, they achieve a level of insight that most people overlook in their haste to cover more ground. Those who speak less choose quality over quantity in every aspect of their life, wanting meaningful exchanges that challenge the mind and enrich the soul. They focus on relationships that nurture their growth. They are excellent listeners, allowing them to dig deeper to help them understand what others have to say. The mastery of self-control. One of the most defining traits of those who speak less is their remarkable mastery of self-control. In a world that often encourages impulsive reactions and immediate gratification, these individuals consciously choose restraint, understanding the immense power that lies in pausing, reflecting, and ensuring that their words and actions align with their core values. The Stoics viewed self-control as the very foundation of a virtuous life, recognizing that it is through the conscious management of our impulses and desires that we can achieve true freedom and happiness. As Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, aptly stated, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Wasting time on arguments, heated words, or thoughtless remarks is something that silent individuals consciously avoid, instead conserving their energy for actions and words that truly matter. Silent people do not allow their emotions to dictate their speech. When faced with provocation or disagreement, they resist the urge to retaliate with hasty or inflammatory words, instead embracing silence as a shield that allows them to assess the situation calmly and rationally. This behavior is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to their profound inner strength, as it takes far more courage to remain quiet and composed than to lash out in anger or frustration. Their self-control extends beyond avoiding unnecessary arguments. It also involves carefully choosing the right time and place to speak. They understand the value of timing and context, recognizing that even the most profound words can fall flat if delivered at the wrong moment or in the wrong setting. By mastering their impulses, they ensure that their words carry weight and are received with the respect they deserve. This trait also nurtures their inner peace and well-being. Because they do not engage in impulsive speech or react emotionally to every situation, they are less likely to replay conversations with regret or wish they had said less. Instead, they walk away from interactions knowing that they have remained true to themselves and their values. This alignment with their inner compass enhances their confidence and builds trust in their relationships, as others perceive them as being grounded, reliable, and authentic. The silent individuals remind us that self-control is not about suppressing emotions, but rather about channeling them constructively. They demonstrate that true power lies not in dominating others with words, but in mastering one's own mind and emotions. Self-control is the shield that allows them to stay calm when faced with adversity, making them stronger as individuals. The sanctuary of silence. Those who speak less possess an extraordinary relationship with silence, viewing it not as an absence or a void, but as a sanctuary for introspection, reflection, and personal growth. While many people find silence uncomfortable or even unsettling, these individuals embrace it as a source of clarity, creativity, and inner peace. In today's world, silence is often seen as something to be avoided, with people filling every gap with noise, be it incessant chatter, background music, or the endless scrolling through their smartphones. But the silent ones understand that silence is where clarity resides, where thoughts can be sorted, emotions can be processed, and new insights can emerge. The Stoics, too, recognize the power of solitude and quiet contemplation. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of retreating into oneself to find peace, stating that nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. This comfort with silence allows silent individuals to stand out in social settings. They do not feel the need to talk just to avoid awkwardness, but remain composed and present, allowing their presence to speak louder than words. Their calmness can even influence those around them, creating an environment of ease and authenticity that encourages others to relax and be themselves. Silence is also their tool for self-discovery. In the stillness, they confront their thoughts, emotions, and fears, engaging in a process of introspection that leads to personal growth and a deeper understanding of life. It is no wonder that they often exude wisdom and tranquility, having cultivated a sense of inner peace that is rarely found in the hustle and bustle of modern life. Moreover, Their comfort with silence allows them to listen more effectively. When they are not preoccupied with crafting their next response, they can fully absorb what others are saying, paying attention not only to the words but also to the emotions and intentions behind them. This makes them empathetic and insightful, capable of understanding others on a deeper level. They see silence as a sanctuary, allowing them to have inner peace, giving them the ability to listen more effectively, making them empathetic and insightful. The art of active listening. Building upon their comfort with silence, those who speak less have truly mastered the art of listening, a skill that is becoming increasingly rare in today's fast-paced, self-centered world. While others are quick to share their own thoughts, dominate conversations, or simply wait for their turn to speak, the silent individuals focus on truly hearing what others are saying. They are not just passive participants in a conversation, but actively engage, picking up on nuances, emotions, and even unspoken words. The Stoics valued listening as a pathway to wisdom, recognizing that it is through attentive listening that we can gain new perspectives, expand our understanding, and build meaningful connections with others. As Epictetus famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Silent individuals live by this principle, approaching every conversation with the intention to understand rather than to simply respond. This approach helps them to gather information, gain perspective, and build meaningful relationships based on trust and mutual respect. Listening is also an act of respect. By giving their full attention to others, silent individuals make them feel valued and heard. In a world where interruptions and half-hearted attention are the norm, their genuine focus creates a refreshing contrast that draws people to them. It is no wonder that they are often sought out for advice, companionship, and simply a listening ear. This skill extends beyond personal relationships, as silent individuals excel in professional and social settings because they understand the dynamics of communication. They pick up on subtle cues, identify underlying concerns, and respond thoughtfully, contributing to more effective teamwork, better decisions, and more productive interactions. Ultimately, their listening is not just about others. It is also a reflection of their inner calm and confidence. They do not feel the need to constantly prove themselves or fill the air with their voice, but rather recognize that by staying quiet and observant, they gain a valuable edge in understanding the world around them. Truly listening to others helps the silent individuals better understand those around them, making them more trustful and more respectful in society. The power of discipline. Discipline serves as the backbone of those who speak less, providing them with the strength and resolve to remain silent in situations that demand restraint. Their ability to hold back, to carefully consider their words, and to avoid impulsive reactions stems from a deep sense of self-discipline that permeates every aspect of their lives. In Stoicism, discipline is considered a cornerstone of virtue, a critical component of living a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Silent individuals exemplify this principle by maintaining control over their impulses, emotions, and words, refusing to be swayed by external pressures or fleeting desires. This discipline is not just about withholding speech. It extends to how they structure their lives. Silent individuals often live intentionally, choosing actions and habits that align with their goals and values. They resist the temptation of meaningless distractions, opting instead to focus on what truly matters, whether it is pursuing a passion, nurturing a relationship, or contributing to a cause they believe in. Their disciplined approach makes them reliable and trustworthy. Whether in their personal or professional lives, people know they can count on them to follow through on their commitments and act with integrity. Their words are not just promises, but commitments backed by action, and they consistently demonstrate the willpower and determination to see things through to completion. Discipline also grants them clarity. By not succumbing to the chaos of impulsive speech or decisions, they maintain a clear mind that allows them to think critically, assess situations objectively, and make sound judgments. This clarity helps them navigate challenges with composure, making them seem unshakable in the face of adversity. Discipline is more than just a habit. It is a philosophy that guides their actions and shapes their character. It is the quiet force that allows them to remain steady and grounded while the world around them churns with noise and chaos. And it is the foundation upon which they build lives of purpose, integrity, and lasting impact. The silent individual's ability to be disciplined allows them to be intentional with their lives, making them reliable and trustworthy, helping them stay grounded when the world around them seems chaotic. The essence of purposeful communication. A defining trait of those who speak less is their unwavering commitment to purposeful communication. They do not speak for the sake of speaking or to fill an empty space, but rather ensure that every word they utter has a reason, a weight, and an intention behind it. This principle aligns perfectly with Stoic teachings, which emphasize the importance of action over words and urge us to avoid unnecessary chatter and idle gossip. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be." B1. Silent individuals embody this sentiment by focusing on meaningful actions instead of empty words, letting their deeds speak for themselves. When they do speak, their words resonate with authenticity and power, capturing the attention of those around them. This is because people know that when a silent person chooses to share their thoughts, it is worth listening, as their words are carefully considered, thoughtfully crafted, and delivered with intention. Their speech is like a rare gem, valuable precisely because it is not overused. This restraint extends to their interactions with others, as they avoid gossip, meaningless debates, and idle chatter, recognizing that these activities often drain energy, foster negativity, and detract from more meaningful pursuits. Instead, they save their words for moments where they can make a real impact, whether it is offering encouragement, providing guidance, or speaking up for what they believe in. Speaking only when necessary also enhances their credibility, because they are not known for talking just to fill silences or draw attention to themselves. Their opinions and insights carry more weight when they do share them. This approach builds trust and respect, as others see them as thoughtful, intentional, and wise. In a world often addicted to constant communication and the need to be heard, their measured approach is a reminder of the power of less. It shows that sometimes saying nothing is the best way to say everything, and that true communication is not about volume, but about meaning, intention, and impact. Silent individuals understand that true communication is not about volume, but about meaning and intention, making their words have more weight when they choose to speak. The strength of independence. Those who speak less often display a profound sense of independence, deriving their confidence and identity from within rather than relying on external validation or the opinions of others. They are not driven by the need for approval or recognition, but rather by a deep sense of self-awareness and a clear understanding of their own values and beliefs. This independence allows them to operate differently from those who feel compelled to share every thought, seek constant attention, or conform to societal pressures. Silent individuals are content with their own company, finding solace and inspiration in their quiet moments of solitude. They use this time to reflect, grow, and nurture their inner world, strengthening their sense of self and developing a deep understanding of their own strengths and weaknesses. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from detachment, letting go of things beyond our control and focusing on what we can influence. Silent individuals practice this by not seeking approval through their words or actions. Their self-assurance does not require external affirmation, and this makes them immune to the pressures of conformity and the fear of judgment. Their independence is also evident in how they approach problems and make decisions. They think critically, relying on their own observations and inner wisdom rather than blindly following the crowd or accepting conventional wisdom. This ability to think for themselves makes them leaders, even if they do not actively seek leadership roles. Their quiet independence is not arrogance, but humility rooted in self-awareness. They know who they are and what they stand for, and they do not feel the need to broadcast it to the world. Instead, Their actions quietly reflect their values, inspiring others to follow their example and live with greater authenticity and purpose. Silent individuals find confidence within, making them content with being alone, not needing the approval of those around them, leading them to think for themselves. The value of introspection. Introspection serves as the cornerstone of those who speak less, fostering a deep connection to their inner selves and providing a fertile ground for self-discovery and personal growth. They are constantly reflecting on their thoughts, emotions, and actions, seeking to understand their motivations, identify their patterns, and align their lives with their values. Their silence is not emptiness, but rather a space where they can engage in this critical inner dialogue, examining their experiences, learning from their mistakes, and continually striving to become better versions of themselves. This introspection aligns with the Stoic practice of daily self-reflection. At the end of each day, Stoics like Marcus Aurelius would evaluate their actions, asking themselves if they had lived according to their principles, if they had acted with virtue, and if they had contributed to the greater good. Silent individuals naturally follow this practice, using their quiet moments to assess their lives, identify areas for improvement, and make adjustments where necessary. Their introspection makes them more self-aware than most, understanding their strengths, weaknesses, and triggers, allowing them to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. This self-awareness also makes them more empathetic, as they can relate to the struggles and emotions of others on a deeper level, recognizing that everyone is on their own unique journey of self-discovery and growth. Their reflective nature is not limited to themselves. They also examine the world around them, questioning assumptions, challenging norms, and seeking to understand the bigger picture. This curiosity often leads them to profound insights, which they use to guide their actions and contribute to the betterment of society. In a society obsessed with outward achievements and external validation, their introspection serves as a reminder of the importance of inner work. They show us that true growth comes not from what we say or do, but from how well we know ourselves, how effectively we manage our emotions, and how consistently we align our actions with our values. Silent individuals prove that in stillness there is strength, in reflection there is wisdom, and in silence there is transformation. Silent individuals connect with their inner selves, reflecting on their thoughts and emotions. This makes them self-aware, allowing them to navigate life with purpose and meaning. Key takeaways. As we conclude this exploration of the silent strength, let us distill the key takeaways that can empower us to cultivate these qualities in our own lives. Embrace thoughtful speech. Consciously pause and reflect before speaking, ensuring that your words are purposeful, meaningful, and aligned with your values. Cultivate keen observation. Direct your attention outward, observing the subtle nuances of human behavior and the dynamics of your environment. Prioritize depth of connection. Invest in meaningful relationships and experiences, focusing on quality over quantity in your interactions. Master self-control. Manage your impulses and emotions, choosing restraint over impulsive reactions. Find sanctuary in silence. Embrace silence as a space for introspection, reflection, and personal growth. Practice active listening. Truly listen to others, engaging with their words, emotions, and intentions. Live with discipline. Structure your life intentionally, aligning your actions and habits with your goals and values. Communicate with purpose. Ensure that every word you utter has a reason, a weight, and an intention behind it. Cultivate independence. Derive your confidence and identity from within, relying on your own inner compass. Embrace introspection. Regularly reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and actions, seeking to understand yourself on a deeper level. People who speak less are not just quiet for the sake of it. They embody wisdom, discipline, and a deep understanding of themselves and the world around them. They remind us that it is not about saying more, but about saying what truly matters. In a noisy world, their calm presence speaks volumes, demonstrating that restraint is not weakness but strength, that silence is not emptiness but clarity, and that mastering your words is, in many ways, mastering your life. Now, think about your own journey. How can you start embracing these traits in your daily life? Whether it is practicing self-control, finding comfort in silence, or speaking with intention, every step you take brings you closer to a more thoughtful, intentional version of yourself. Embrace the power of silence. Cultivate these traits and unlock the silent strength within you.